Hello everyone, this is Rishabh Singh. I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. Today I'm going to talk about economic reservation. The Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019 was introduced in the Lok Sabha on January 8, 2019 with an aim to provide reservation in higher education and public employment to economically weaker sections of the society. This bill was passed within the lower house of the parliament with only 3 members voting against it out of the 326 members present and voting, and subsequently being passed by Rajya Sabha as well without any recommendations. On getting approved by both the houses of the parliament, when the President of India gave his assent to the bill, the Constitutional 103rd Amendment Act 2019 came into effect. With Came into effect on 14th January 2019 as notified within the official gazette by the central government. So this hurried passage of the amendment has raised certain doubts on the intentions of the government, questioning their democratic accountability. However, in this video, we are not going to deal with the political issue of the amendment. Instead, we'll be limited to the discussions on the legal perspective, and we'll also be critically analyzing the provisions as to whether it is constitutionally valid or not. The amendment to the Article 15 of the Constitution relates to the advancement of economically weaker sections of the society and their reservation for admission to educational institutions, whereas Clause 6 of Article 16 relates to reservation of economically weaker sections just in case of public employments. The explanation appended to the amended article provides for the meaning of economically weaker sections, which shall be decided by the state as per need and choice on the idea of family income and other indicators of economic disadvantage. It is pertinent to note that reservations made for the economically weaker sections would be to maximum limit of 10%, in addition to the prevalent restrictions given under the article of Constitution, and would also eliminate the group of people who already have benefited by the provisions previous clauses of the articles. The Constitutional 103rd Amendment has been challenged by a way of petition filed in the Supreme Court by a non-governmental organization named Youth for Equality and several others, on the grounds that the amendment violates the essential structure of the Constitution and it exceeds the capping of 1/2 as fixed for reservation by the Apex Court. It is argued that 103rd Amendment is in violation of the basic structure of Constitution because there is no contradiction in the logic of existing provisions of Article 15 and 16 and the amendment provisions. Moreover, the amendment also provides for a 1/10 economic reservation over and above the prevailing reservation, which means that reservation would exceed the 50% capping as set up by the judicial precedents, because this status of reservation quota has already reached 50%. Another argument of challenge the constitutionality of the amendment is that of arbitrariness. The definition of economically weaker sections is arbitrary in the sense that it doesn't specifically provide as to what constitutes other indicators of economic disadvantage, and the definition is left to be decided by the state as per their choice. The framers of the Indian Constitution had kept in mind the kind of state of affairs prevalent in the society that adversely affected the equality of the country. There were a large number of underprivileged sections of people who experienced social discrimination through centuries under the grab of caste system, and the members of such so-called lower classes required an adequate representation in the society. efforts had thus been made to bring these weaker sections at par with the uh, other sections of the society through the policy of reservations, which is considered as a positive or protective discrimination implemented in the constitution. With the changing times, caste is often the only criteria for detecting socially backward classes, because a number of them have achieved economic status, thereby finding a social standing as well. The government has thus, by means of state economic reservations, taken a breakthrough to eradicate this type of discrimination as a way to achieving equality within the nation. So this was all about the topic. Thank you so much.